Personal, but this shit exceptional. I feel like a special, but God don't know the shit don't prove the word. I don't feel the cool, every day I was doing cool, but I got nothing else to do. Not to think beyond let's move. Don't be my power, don't do my problem. He says me higher, the rest I somebody. Don't be my power, don't do my problem. He says me higher, the rest I somebody. Best of me, best of me, best of me. You ain't never seen the best of me. Best of me, best of me, best of me. Till I be the best of the rest of me. Be my destiny, destiny, destiny. You ain't never seen the best of me. Best of me, best of me, best of me. Best of me, best of me, best of me. I'm not getting nothing to lose. I'm not getting nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. You know me fuck with my groups. I'm not getting nothing to lose. I'm not getting nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Yes, welcome family. This is the African Diary Show. Today with me, your host Kate Ndongo, and today is on a Monday. I hope you got to enjoy your weekend, and you can tell me how your Monday is going, and you can feel free to interact with me on the comment section and tell me how was your weekend, and tell me if you did get to enjoy your weekend. We shall go back to the music. This is Lex the Wolf playing. The song is called Best of Me, and yeah.
Best of me, I ain't never staying with the rest of me wasn't gonna be. I ain't so strong, but my body's so weak, but I'm on that chase, I ain't never quit. Best of me, I ain't never staying with the rest of me wasn't gonna be. I ain't so strong, but my body's so weak, but I'm on that chase, I ain't never quit. Umutima wandine watema wemo shaka kusheni ichechela chemo akaikadire mbona weti mpero witalika wisusha valesave ndi valasusha patine wemo mambine ngapusha witusha umutima mamitusha dalilikana mangalo unafokumbona kulisha kuve pangalo yumana itorotile ulichengelo mami silifaka mumapembelo alibonse bakazi leo basanga motabe kukala nawe alibonse bakazi leo basanga motabe kukala nawe
Yes, welcome back. That is Paul Raja. That is Paul Raj over there with the song "Be Great," and I hope your day is going well, and you're good, and you're being great as well, because we are all about positive vibes, and hope you got to enjoy your weekend. And I told you can feel free to interact with me and tell me how your weekend was on under the comment section, or you can call us through +2547457 okay. I'll read the number for you in the next few minutes. But as we get on to the show, I have some motivational quotes for you. And that's what we always do before we start our shows, because we are all about positive vibes. So we must get to read some positive quotes and motivational quotes to keep our days going. And if even if you encounter some troubles in your life, or when you're starting your day, this gives you a chance, or this gives you a hope of a better tomorrow, or a better next day. Yeah. So this quote that goes this way: the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. Don't be that person of pessimist, because the moment you start seeing difficulty in every opportunity, you'll never do something. Because when this opportunity comes, and then you're there saying that oh, I can't be able to do this, oh, this is difficult for me, you'll not be able to move from wherever you are. So be that person of seeing great things ahead. And even if these problems somewhere, or you're encountering some challenges in your life, be that person of having hope that tomorrow will be a brighter day and a better day. And the other one goes this way: don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Yeah, don't waste your time thinking of yesterday, of the past. Keep take your time, and don't let, or don't waste your time thinking about yesterday or the past, because the past is what is gone, and we have the present, what you should be thinking of. So don't let your yesterday take up too much of today. And the other one goes this way: you learn more from failure than from success. You learn more from failure than from success. Yeah, it is evident that we all learn from our mistakes. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you make mistakes, be that person of learning from your mistakes, because we all make mistakes. But there's a time you find that you've made this mistake, and the next time you're going to repeat it. Don't be that person of repeating mistakes. Please learn from your mistakes, and be that person of if you've seen you've gone wrong somewhere here, be that person of maybe asking of help of or consulting others, they might help. And the last one goes this way: if you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. Yeah, if you want to be successful, you don't have to be pushed. You just have to work hard towards what you want, and yeah, you'll eventually get it. And that those are my motivational quotes for today. I hope you got encouraged by them. You got you felt good. And yeah, so General Mosquito is saying hello, Katie. Good rising, grand rising unto you, General Mosquito. I hope you're good. Sister Michelle, good morning. General Mosquito received Katie. You might take the opportunity right now to eat this donut. Okay, General Mosquito. Hey, kid.
Good morning, Katie. What's wrong with your camera? Is your camera out? Is the power out or something?
No, it's misbehaving. Let me put it on, then you see how it's behaving.
Okay, let's see. It's a new camera. How's everything always? No, it's looking like it's working okay.
It's okay. It's on my end. It's misbehaving.
No, I see you. I see you. It looks
Okay.
like
If you see me, then it's cool. I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah. It
misbehaving
looks
because
like
it somehow
look.
shaking.
Yeah, it looks like you got your Mary J. Blige braids in.
Anyway, how was your weekend, kid?
It was okay. How about yours?
Mine was okay. A little
Hey,
bit
hey,
some.
Katie looks like a young Mary J. Blige. If Katie even knows who that is. But anyway,
Okay, and General Mosquito, yes, Grand Rising, Sis Michelle and Brother Kev. And I hope you got to enjoy your weekend. And you can feel free to interact with me and tell me how you spent your weekend.
her
And
braids are pretty. Her braids are pretty, Michelle.
oh,
Her, braid,
thank
uh,
you.
her braids are pretty.
Thank you. So we shall be talking about DRC Congo, or Republic of Congo, and doesn't demand depoli- depolarization of the
You
electoral
was thinking,
commission.
little Kim? It might. I think. I think. I think Katie's face is too rounded to be little Kim. I think her face is too round to be little Kim. It kind of.
My
I think her
potato
face.
face.
You think before you went before before I think I think I think Katie's face is too round to be little Kim. Little Kim face is more like a Cammy's face, kind of skinny. I think Katie's face is too round and full to be little
Yeah.
Kim. but 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 anyway, what do I know?
Okay, and moving on to the matters of the day, I say that we shall be talking about Democratic Republic of Congo that demands neutral poll body after President Felix installed a close friend to be head of Electoral Commission. And this is what is happening in African countries. I'm not even surprised to hear about this news, because this is
Of course
also
not.
happening. Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
It happens everywhere. It's the corrupt. It's
Mhm.
it's corruption. Oh, let me hire my buddy, my friend, to be head of the
Mhm.
commission. Wink, wink.
Yeah, this is happening everywhere in Africa, where you see these presidents are installing even their relatives to these big seats, to
Mhm.
these authorities, so that they can be able to be corrupt together. So I'm not even surprised with the matter in DRC, but I'm happy that citizens of DRC Congo are coming out and protesting about it, because they it's their awakening. They are awakening
It
because
is.
yeah, because
Just like you
when
asked, Katie, where are these
Mhm.
people coming from? Like a week ago, you said,
Now
where,
I've seen the
when we say we can change, when Jim Mosquito said all we need is 10% to change, you said,
Mhm.
where are these people coming from?
Yeah, and
Coming from the youth. Go ahead,
mhm.
Kate.
Yeah, so I'm saying that I'm happy that people of DRC are coming up and trying to fight for themselves, because they know that the moment this person or this person was installed there for a reason, and now that's why they are coming out and protesting. And the news says that Felix move last month came despite the objection of both Catholic and Protestant religious leaders and the opposition. Okay, it's even involving the religion. The
Of course,
religion.
that's all over Africa, Katie. The
Mhm.
wicked ass, when you was all surprised about Mother Teresa, because the Catholic Church, Katie, is wicked. The Catholic Church is so wicked, and to teach you, to blow your mind, the Catholic Church, when I said she's involved in child trafficking, because the Catholic Church is involved in child trafficking. That church is so wicked, so evil, it's unfathomable. But all you gotta do is do a little research how they taking children from Haiti alone, taking little black African children from Haiti, and and there's a pipeline going straight to the Vatican in Italy, in Rome, where they rape, molest, and murder these children.
You know, it's sad. The people that pretend to be the most close or closest to God are the ones doing
Well,
such bad.
because yeah, because they giving you. If you knew the European and you understand, it's like you said when you said if you taught in this to your parents, they would disown you guys. It's the fact
Mhm.
that your parents don't know. Why doesn't the African even know any of this? They worship. They don't study nothing that they even worship. You're just given a religion by white people when they came in and colonized you. But now you had the tools to go back and say, hey, what is it that I believe in? Where did it come from? And who does it benefit? African won't do simple. That's what any primary school kid should be taught to do. To reverse engineer is what I believe real. Where does it come from, or is it really good? That should be, if my enemy bought me a religion,
Mhm.
which they did, you didn't have the Christianity in Kenya 200 years ago before the white
Mhm.
man showed up. So he told you that all like Joby believed all my
Mhm.
ancestors are evil. But my ancestors never raped and colonized nobody, so how are they the evil ones? They never stole nobody's resources and put anybody in poverty. So how are
Mhm.
they evil? So
Yeah, they are not evil.
no, they're not. So it's their so we said I think Samuel been arrested for murdering that chicken that rooster. Where is he?
Yeah, it's been long since we had Samuel on the shows
Well, I talked to him.
nowadays.
I talked to him this weekend. He asked me, "Was I okay?" I asked him, "Was he okay?" Um, um. So in every dealing in Africa, now the church is such a big role. They're always going to be involved or advocated into politics in that African country, whether it be Congo, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe. It's always going to have a church narrative because that religion is so prevalent on the continent. So
Wow.
yeah,
Uh,
we go.
so the opposition claims Dennis Kadima, the new head of National Independent Electoral Commission, is corrupt and has a strong affiliation with the president, and probably that's why he puts him on the seat. So
Of
this
course,
yeah, and a protester Dombasi who spoke in French said they would not give chance to what he calls electoral fraud, and this is him talking. We have a peaceful march that was called for by the spiritual father to say not to politicize the Independent National Electoral Commission that Mr. Felix wants to impose on us. We say no to electoral fraud. Okay, I'm happy of the parts that he says no to electoral fraud. But coming to the spiritual thing and spiritual father to say no to politicized independent national electoral commission. Okay, that part doesn't make sense because they
It
are
doesn't.
all, yeah. And the people of are sovereign under Article 5 of the Constitution, and we will exercise sovereignty until we achieve depolitiz- depolitica- depoliticization of the electoral commission and the better election.
Congo has been utterly destroyed, Katie, after they
Mm,
killed Patrice Lumumba, the very first ruler of Congo from the colonial powers, because
mhm,
they wanted to always understand, always have control of Africa, because Africa's where the money's at. As Joby was talking about Gaddafi, Africa was where the real money's at. So when you had Patrice Lumumba
mhm,
said we're gonna take the Congo, which is really the richest part of the world, and now the poorest because it has the most minerals of any country in the world. We're going to take the Congo. We're going to give the richest of the country to the African people. White people said, no, you won't. Damn, you won't. So what they did, they murdered him by throwing him in a vat of acid, Katie.
wow.
Yeah, you
And
look this up. Look this up since we're talking about the Congo. Say Patrice Lumumba.
in Google.
Yeah, in Google. Yeah. You go to Google. Look, Patrice Lumumba of the
Mhm.
Congo was murdered by throwing his body into acid. That's why you got PLO Lumumba in Kenya, named after Patrice Lumumba, the original Patrice Lumumba. That's why Joby loves PLO Lumumba from Kenya. He's named after Patrice Lumumba of the Congo.
Uh, Give pardon, please.
Oh, go ahead.
Patrice Lumumba.
Patrice, okay, yeah. Patrice Lumumba
Uh-huh.
was murdered by acid. They threw his body in a vat of acid because he said the resources of the Congo were going to go to
Mhm.
African people. The Europeans said, no, they won't. We'll kill you. So that's what I'm saying. When any African leader steps outside and says, you know what, my people are not going to be poor, I'm going to use the resources for African people, the next thing is going to be said, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, and they're giving results of Patrice Lumumba, African nationalist leader,
Mm-hmm.
the first prime minister of Democratic Heart
Republic of Congo.
intubated and dissolved in acid
That's
or
right.
burned by fire.
Exactly. Burned his body up and
Wow,
threw him in acid. So they mean
that was a bad death, in my
how?
opinion.
Yes, it was. But that was the Catholic faith, Katie. And he told
Ah,
you we must go back to African faith. We must get rid of these religions. They said, no, you won't. You're not going to free the African mind like your
uh,
parents, Katie. They're not going to free the African mind to take him back to himself because then we can't control Africa. So we'll murder you. We'll burn your body. We'll throw you in the acid. We'll do that we got to do to make sure we keep control of Africa, African people's minds. Go ahead, Katie.
that is evil, and it seems
Yes,
like
it is.
Congo are more brainwashed by this religion than other
Yeah.
African countries.
You think so? I think it's about the same. You think they're more brainwashed? You think they're more brainwashed than Kenyans and Nigerians and
Like if
Zimbabweans?
you
I think it's about the
some
same. We go ahead, Katie.
because of the news that I just read, this
Uh-huh.
person is just a citizen. He's not even talking on behalf of himself. He's talking on behalf of the church.
Of
he
course.
doesn't he doesn't consider matters in his own ways. He's just considering according to the church or what the church said.
But that's in every African country, don't you think? I think that's in Kenya. I think that's in
I
Nigeria.
don't
I think
I
that's
don't think it's so in all African countries because
all right.
uh, here in Kenya, I'll try to reason. Even if I didn't know anything about religion, I'll try
Okay.
reason things in my favor, because it is me. I'm judging according to myself, not about other people. I want to be favored. Like, I want this judgment to be in my favor. So I
I don't
don't
know. I don't know, Katie. You're too smart. You're not the average Kenyan. You're not the average Kenyan then, because that's just not true for Kenya. Kenya's a religious nightmare like the Congo, like all other African countries. It's a religious nightmare. Your parents don't think like you, Katie. It's a religious. That's why the country's easily controlled through religion. That's why you see all these religious leaders in Kenya come up talking about this, talking about that. It's sadly enough. Yes, I said you need a million K's, million Jobies. You're not the norm. Africa is ruled by that religion on purpose. That's why it was brought in there, to control the African mind. Yeah, you're not gonna do it. That's what you think. But that's not the majority of Kenyans. That's not the majority of Ghanaians. That's not the majority of Nigerians. That's not the majority of Zimbabweans. That's not the majority of African people. We are in the minority, Katie.
But sometimes Africans, you should okay, sometimes me, I consider things according to me. If they are hurting me, I say no to them, because it's me.
You know why? Because you know why, Katie? You know why, Katie? Because that's called being intelligent. That's called being intelligent. You're supposed to, but most Africans don't do that. That's why we're stuck in ignorance. What you just explained was intelligence and not ignorance. But most Africans are not intelligent, they're ignorant. So you're not the norm, sadly enough.
Well, all Africans should start reasoning in the right way, because when sometimes you have to reason things in your favor, because the other person doesn't even matter in that case. It is about you, because if this thing is hurting you, why should you say yes to it because it is favoring the other person, or the church said yes?
Sometimes, because you're going against Jesus when you.
Well, and the general mosquito is saying that's because they're so focused on being good that they completely neglect their bad side, which will always come out in the form of some despicable behavior. One must be good, bad are balanced.
Yes, some despicable. He said despicable.
Yeah, despicable. Yeah, that is so true. But sometimes just learn to not even think about the other person. Just sometimes just judge things according to your favor. Because if this thing is hurting you, why should you say yes to it? Because just because the other person said yes to it, you can sometimes what Africans don't understand. They okay, it is sometimes it is a peer pressure or something of the sort, where you get to reason things. Like, if I'm with my friends, and let's say we were to go somewhere, and I say I'm not going.
All right.
They'll say, if she's not going, I'll not go. Sometimes you don't have to reason like that. Just be yourself and reason according to yourself. Reason, just think about you. Don't think about the other person first.
Well, that's not the African culture, Katie. You're out the norm. Not the African culture.
Sometimes I feel like beating people. Now,
well, we can't do that.
It's like being with a friend, and you don't. Okay, this person has a certain mindset, and you even don't get the reason this person is your friend. You're like, really? You think like that? You shouldn't be my friend.
Welcome to waking up.
And moving on to the next story, Brazil kicks off Black Consciousness Month with music and dance, and this is good. Seeing that
Yes.
black music is being celebrated somewhere.
Well, well, it should because
Brazil.
the majority of the country is African, Katie. Majority of Brazil is African. The little girls look just like you in Brazil.
Wow.
Katie,
I just
go
I
ahead.
just know Brazil because of football. That's all. I don't know more about Brazil and its
All right.
football.
The greatest Brazilian
Mhm.
footballer was an African named Pele. Look up images of Pele. Pel. Is how you spell in Brazil? How you spell Pele? Pela. Look up images of Brazilian footballer Pele, considered the best player ever. Who's an African from Brazil. The majority of the population of Brazil, Katie, are African. Pele. How you spell Pele? I don't know how to spell. Is it Pela? You say footballer Pele. I'm sure that Google will probably start spelling it for you. Images of football of a Brazilian footballer Pele. Pale. Pele. Is that how you spell it? I don't know how you spell his damn name. I know as a kid they made a big deal. Pele. I said, who the hell is Pele? See, in America, we don't watch like soccer, what you guys call football. We don't watch it. It's boring to us. But it made a big deal about this guy. Like, who the hell is this Pele? Who is this Brazilian Negro I've never heard of? Never seen. Did it show you anything?
Pele.
Yeah, Pele.
Okay, I got it. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you got a black guy, you got the right guy.
Yeah.
Let's see your screen. So he's considered the greatest footballer ever. That's him. Yeah, Pele. That's him. He's considered the greatest footballer in history.
Mm-hmm.
Who is definitely what? An African. But he's Brazilian. Because from Brazil. But Pele's an African.
Yeah, that was, I just know Brazil because of football, and
oh, is it P-L-E? Okay, Joe, I know how to spell it. Then the yeah. I don't look at football, General Mosquito. That soccer, it's too boring for me. I can't watch it. It's too boring. I go to sleep.
Same.
It's too boring.
I don't find it interesting, even to watch.
Yeah, it's too boring for me. I can't watch it. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to give Katie a general understanding that Colombians are Africans. The majority, you got white Colombians too, but the majority down there just look just like her. She'll run. If we ever sent Katie to Colombia, my fault, Brazil, she'd run to people that look just like her.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind to go there and see and meet some of these footballers. Yeah, General Mosquito is giving us the spelling. We already got it. And then the great Ronaldo, the phenomenon. He's African too?
Probably is. I don't know. I don't watch that mess. It's too boring. Probably so. He probably is, Katie. I never heard of him because I don't watch. I just knew Pele because he was so big. I don't know Ronaldo. General Mosquito probably watches that. I can't watch it. I go to sleep. It's too boring for me. I can't watch no football. World football. In America, we call it soccer because we have our own football here. So in America, we don't call that football. I know it seems strange. We got our own American football, which is completely different. But world football we call that soccer in America. I can't watch it. I'll be just like this. I'll be snoring.
Yeah, and we were talking about Brazil kicking off Black
That's good.
Consciousness Month with music and dance, and we were saying how it is good. And residents of favelas around the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro.
Yes,
Rio de Janeiro, Katie. Get it right.
Rio
Rio
de
de Janeiro.
Janeiro.
There you go. The city with the
Yeah.
big, I've been to Rio de Janeiro. It's the city with the big Jesus statue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do this, Katie, do this. The images of the big Jesus statue in Rio de Janeiro. Pull that up. Images of the Jesus statue in Rio de Janeiro. You got big Jesus statue that's up on the hills that looks out over the city. I'm Jesus. The big Jesus. I've been to that statue. It's quite impressive. That's how you keep the lie going. And they get Jesus up. But even the other Ronaldo from Portugal has a lot of black blood in it. I don't know who that is anyway, General Mosquito. I could care less, General Mosquito. I can't watch that football. I go to sleep. I don't know none of the stars. I don't know who plays that shit, who's in it, who's not in it. I don't know none of those people. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Katie. Up. Click on one of them. Yeah, upload. There we go. The big Jesus statue looks over Rio de Janeiro. There you go, Katie. I'm here, my people. I'm Jesus.
Come to me, my children.
That's right. Come to me, my children.
Oh, this is it is big.
Yes, I said the big. I specifically said the big Jesus statue. It's big.
And this one seems like it's a building.
Well, you can go inside. It's more of a I guess it's almost like the big statue that they got in Senegal with the black man, black woman, and black child. So you can go into the back of it. In Rio de Janeiro.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is
You come forth, my children. I'm looking over the city because I'm white Jesus. The fun, see, that's how.
See so many
Yeah. There's one in Nigeria too. Then they built one in Nigeria. They got one in Nigeria. It's big too. Yes, General Mosquito, they got one. And the funny part, they know if there was a real Jesus, he couldn't have been a white man. So why do they keep building these white statues? Because it's mind control. They know just real history. If Jesus actually exists, he was in Africa. And those were African people there at that time. There were no white people in that part of Africa at that time. So why don't they build a black Jesus? Oh no, because white people are not going to worship nobody black. That's why. They know that ain't what. If there was a Jesus, they know he didn't look like that. They know that. And it's funny, even in Nigeria, they built a white Jesus. You're in Africa, you're still building a white man to worship. That's the psychosis of that fake religion.
There are so many these statues, even in the churches around. There are so many here in Africa.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they all look like they're all a white man. If you try to give them, this is how bad the mind is, Katie. If you try to give the African a historical picture, I mean, even though he didn't exist, it's a made up fable. But let's say I go to Africa, I say, okay, you believe in that, cool. But let me give you a historic looking Jesus at least. African will still fight you because the historical looking Jesus would have had to have been black, Katie. The Africans, I don't want that black thing. I don't want that black thing. That ain't Jesus. He said, listen here, stupid. Jesus was in Africa. He would have to be black. I don't. That ain't what the white man told me. Well,
And General Mosquito is saying, no, Katie, the real Ronaldo is from Brazil. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that Ronaldo is from Brazil. I thought he's from the US.
not
And
from here.
but even the other Ronaldo from Portugal has a lot of black.
Exactly right, General Mosquito. If you're going to worship a God outside of you, at least make him look like you. The African is the only one on the planet that worships a God that don't even look like him, and that's the psychosis. That's the crazy part. Go ahead, Katie.
What about are they, is it the Muslim who prays to? No, there's this religion they pray to a cow.
They'll pray to a cat. You're talking about Hindu. You're talking about the Indians.
Hindu,
You're talking
Hindu.
about Hindu. They don't pray to a cow. They can't.
They believe that the cow is their god.
No, they don't. You know. No, they don't. Okay, Katie. See, no, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these things came from Africa. Hindu religion, these are all African spirituality the African took around the world. So it's called Hinduism, but the original thing was called they called the worship of Brahma. They believe that Brahmanism. Brahma becomes Abram. Brahma becomes Abram in your Bible. So the cow is sacred because the cow represents the black mother, the black female. It was called the Apis bull. That's where you guys see. Funny part about it, you don't even know where your Jesus comes from. It actually comes from that cow they worship. That bull was called Apis, A-P-I-S, the Apis bull. And so what that represented was the black mother in universal time and space being the mother of everything. And then later on, as the goofy Christians started creating Christianity, they took the Apis bull and Osiris, and then you got Serapis, who becomes Jesus. So the funny part about it, if you know history, the same cow they're worshiping is the same Jesus you're worshiping, because that's where it came from.
I thought it was a different thing, and there was a time, Kenyans are very creative. So there was a time I came across a meme that it was saying that those people, the Hindu people that believe, or the atheist Hindus believe, so they believe there is no cows.
No, they believe in cows. They just don't believe in eating them. They said it was sacred because that came out of Africa. Okay, do me a favor, Katie.
Sure.
Put us up. Serapis. Images of Serapis. Images of Serapis. Images of Serapis. We're going to connect the dots for you, so you'll see that your Jesus is the same thing as that bull.
Please pardon the spelling.
Okay, let me go to get images of Serapis. Serapis. Images. I want you to share that with us. Images of Serapis.
I got it. Let me share.
And who does Serapis look like, Katie? Who does he look like, Katie?
It's okay. Let me share this.
I'm asking you now before you share. Who does it look like, Katie?
Okay, let me look at it.
Go ahead.
Really.
It
looks like the Jesus we.
How about that? So exactly. So I'm gonna connect the dots and teach you real history. Okay, there we go. Serapis is Jesus. That's where you get Jesus from. Now, the bull that you talk about, the Hindu worship, is called Apis. So Serapis. So what they did, When they made this deity, they took Osiris, who was a black god, and the Apis bull, which is that bull the Hindus worship, and they put it together, and they came up with Serapis, which is the beginning of Christianity.
So this is a combination. This is a combination of Jesus and the bull.
Yes, Katie. It was not really of Jesus and the bull. It's a thing of the African god called Osiris and Apis the bull, and put together to make the white god Jesus. And that bull is the bull you see the Hindus worship. It's called Apis, the Apis bull. So they put it together. That means Osiris and Apis becomes Serapis. And so this beginning of Christianity, how they start creating the fake religion. How they start creating, and Hinduism is fake too. These are all fake religions, all lies. But the African doesn't know real history, so he doesn't know how to go back and decipher the lies. He doesn't know how to go back and find it.
This brings us to the conclusion that every religion is a scam.
Yes, right? Yes. Because God lives inside of you, Katie. You're part of the all. Especially you being a black woman. God lives inside of you. You're part of God because you're endless. The body is just an illusion. You are nothing but energy inside that body. So you are a small piece of eternity, a small piece of God. But the African used to know that. But now you're giving all these scam religions. Yeah, these religions. When you worship anything outside yourself, Katie, you're worshiping a lesser God, because God sits within. The African's got to go within himself to find God, to find the real God, the real all, the real creator of everything.
Okay, kid. Why did they come with different religions?
Because
so
it's about control. If you believe a certain way, I have control of your mind. It's called mind control. If you now, if I bring you a God and say he's a white God, now you worship. Now you know Africans worship white people, Katie. That's a fact. So I've given you a God that's white. Even if it was historical, it would be black, and they know that. But they didn't make him black. They still made him white. Why would they do that? Because it was to have mind control. So black people now treat white people better than they treat themselves and their own family, because they worship a white God that did never exist. Go ahead, Katie.
So you want you're telling me that they came up with these different religions so that they can because they knew Africans think differently.
Well, they know you're spiritual. They know our nature is spiritual. So you need to believe in something. And since you're being conquered, I'm going to have you worship me. It benefits me that you worship me.
Wow. Okay. I'm still trying to get why they came up with these different religions, because
Let me try to help you understand. Okay, let's say let's go back a long time. Let's say a long time ago, Katie, right? Let's say a long time ago, right? Let's say the African ruled the world a long time ago, right? We say the African ruled the planet, right? African was very intelligent, right? Very, very, not like today now. Don't confuse the African of the past and the African today. It's completely African is a moron today. Let's say you come from a highly intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
And so what you were doing is these other people showed up. We're not going to say where they came from. I'm not going to go there yet. So you get other people on the planet who just popped up. East Indians, Asians, and Caucasians. African had been here for millions of years. So the African starts teaching spirituality to these people, right? That's why all religion is somewhat of the same. So the African starts teaching spirituality, how to get back to light, how to get back to the all. But these other people take those teachings, and what they do is, since they're not vibrating on a high enough frequency, they bastardize those teachings and start making them religions, because they're not really high enough in frequency to understand those teachings. So they take the teachings and they make them fit their culture. So Brahmanism becomes Hinduism. Then you got Buddhism. See, if you look at all these things come from Africa. Okay, pull this up, Katie.
Okay.
Pull up the images of the Black Buddha. Images of the Black Buddhas. Yes, Buddhism comes from Africa. So Hindu and Buddhism comes out of Hinduism, comes out of Brahmanism. So the African was teaching these traditions around the planet. And as the African was falling in knowledge and vibration, these teachings become religions because they say, oh, we can control people's minds with these teachings. And it means we can have power over the masses. And so your last religion is your Christian religion, where white people finally start getting control. And they take African spirituality and create their religion. They say, hey, we can't worship this black guy, so we'll take the Osiris and the bull and put it together and make a white god. See, so if you look at this as Buddhism, it's not a religion. It was practices of African spirituality that we were taking around the globe. So if you know all these religions come out of Africa, Katie, whether it be Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam. They are bastardized versions of African spiritual systems that these people took and made. At least they turned the Buddha now don't look black no more. He looks like a white man. So at least when they made them religions, they made them look like them. But all the religions would have to have a black face on it because you are the original people. All religions come from you because they were first spiritual systems. As you fell in knowledge and fell as a people, they came back on you as religious lies. But all religions come from African people as spiritual practices, learning who you are. So when you're talking about Christianity, Christianity is a bastardized version because they say, okay, the Christ is you, Katie. When you raise your vibration, Christ is a frequency, not a person. So when you raise your vibration, you become the Christ. That's what this Buddha is trying to do, become a Christ. That's why Buddha was known as a Christ before the fake Jesus Christ, because it's raising of your vibration that turns you into a Christ. And so what the European did, he said, hey, man, we can't get nobody to worship us and conquer nobody with that. They don't control nobody's mind. We need to make a person for this Christ thing. And so that's when they took the Christ concept and turned it into a person. They say, hey, it was a real guy. His name was Christ, and he walked the earth doing miracles. That's a lie, but it suited their purposes because Christ is consciousness, Katie. It's called Christ consciousness. Do you think Katie should watch Walter Williams on YouTube to get a start of the live religion? I think she should. I think her and Joby should. If they can understand Walter Williams, to understand where the religion comes from, where it starts, because that's the problem. If Katie gets an understanding of where it started from, then she can decouple the lie. So it has a starting point. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. But she's sure where it starts from because she's smart enough to realize, she said, all these religions are lies. She got that on her own. So the Christ lies inside of you, Katie. You are the Christ. And you being an African woman, that means you're closer to Christ consciousness than anybody else. So, and the sad fact is that they got African women now worshiping something white that's lesser than them in these goofy churches. So now you put all your energy into a fake thing called Serapis, right? That didn't ever exist. You see, it was created. Serapis is Jesus. So most Africans don't know where it comes from. And so they just worship things.
Like myself here, I just learned. And
exactly right. Katie's very bright and very brave. She is brave. She's very bright and brave.
So I have the images here.
Yeah, so she learned who Serapis was. See, these religions now, the term Okay, do you know what the term religion means, Katie? Religion actually means to bind the mind. To bind the mind. That's the real, that's the term of religion came from. It means say, what is the ancient term of religion? Go to Google, say, what is the ancient meaning of, say, what is the ancient meaning of religion? Religion means to bind the mind, Katie, to control the mind. It's mind control. That's what religion means. See, what is the ancient meaning of religion? Because now they're trying to change it because you're starting to wake up and know. Let's go to the ancient meaning. It meant to bind the mind.
That's saying the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods.
See, it's not in check. Go down, read another one. Is another? See, it's completely changed it. The definition of religion means to bind the mind. See, they're slick. It should. Do you see any other thing there? Yeah, you go down. See anything that says bind the mind?
Okay. What is the full meaning of religion?
Yeah.
The belief in a god or in a group of gods. Many people turn to religion for comfort and and organized systems of beliefs, ceremonies, and rules used to worship God or groups.
You see that? You see that? They're not even telling Katie the damn true meaning no more. See, that's how Google's now, as there's awakening coming, now they changed the definition so you can't even go back and research the truth. Religion meant bind the mind, Katie. It meant bind the mind. You forgot to put ancient, Katie. Okay, yeah. Put ancient, Katie, in there. I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can say put the ancient meaning. But I don't know, Jill. They probably still cover that up too, because they know there's a waking up, and people are saying, okay, people are questioning things, and they're gonna now start hiding the truth. But it didn't mean what they didn't mean. People getting together, Katie. Religion meant ancient. Ancient meaning of religion. Because the definition of religion means to bind the mind. It's mind control. And they knew that's why it was named religion. It was to bind the mind, to control the mind with lies and deception. That's the true meaning. That's the true meaning of religion. It means to bind.
They still give me the same definition.
See, he's getting the same definition, General Mosquito. She's not letting her know that the term meant bind the mind. See that see, especially on Google. Google's going back, and now it's not letting you go to real definitions anymore. I should told her go DuckDuckGo, put on DuckDuckGo, and put that same answer into DuckDuckGo, and see what DuckDuckGo gives you. Because it's not allowing you anymore to start solving things out, because it's awakening. Religion's about control. So type that same thing. See what DuckDuckGo gives us. The true meaning of religion, or the ancient meaning of religion. And see what they say. See where they take us.
Okay, where should I search?
Would that mean the same for government? Yeah. Government means to govern. Government means govern the mind. Government. The true meaning of government meant govern the mind. Okay, you normally use the Old English Dictionary to get the original meaning of some words. Well, yeah, but she can do that too. But I don't want Kay to do all that. Takes time, effort. We teach her later. We'll teach her later. We'll show her how to find it later. But yeah, does government? You got it? Yeah, government means govern the mind, Robert. That's what the whole. See, these words, you don't know the true means what words mean. Government, to govern your mind, to control your mind. That's another thing what government means. That's the true meaning of government. Govern your mind. Let's see if we can find Katie talking about the true meaning of religion.
They're still talking about the spiritual thing.
Okay, see, they're not giving a definition. See, what is the definition of religion? It's not letting her know that the definition, the very definition, they said, we're going to go look at the Old English later on, Jim Mosquito. The very definition of religion is bind the mind. That's the definition. Not all that other fake stuff. It means bind. Religion means bind the mind. So that's what it was made to do. It encapsulates the mind. So now so when they talk about bind the mind, you know, people in church, oh, geez, the mind's all messed up, bind it. They don't know anything about Serapis. They don't know where the religion come from. They don't know why they believe it. They were given it to by their mother or their grandparents. Where does it come from, Grandma? I don't know. The cracker gave it to me. Well, is it true, Grandma? I don't know. They told me it is. But did you go find out? Where did it come from? If you're going to worship something, you need to know its origins. Is it real? Is it really true?
Yeah, people need to know about these all lies, but people don't want to know about them. They're not curious enough to get or
there
to
you
start.
go. They're not curious. Exactly right. They're not curious enough. Exactly right, Katie. Not curious enough. That's why I just told you. You're not the average African. You're not the average mindset.
And Big Cheese is asking, Kip, do you think that Katie should watch Walter Williams on YouTube? Okay, I'll get to watch that one. Hello, Big Cheese. And yeah, he's saying that she is very bright and brave. Yeah, as I should, I'm an African woman, so I should be brave and bright. And yeah, and General Mosquito is saying he normally uses the Old English dictionary to get the original meaning about some words. Yeah. Yeah, these dictionaries sometimes the new versions of dictionary they might not be having the real meaning or the correct meaning of this word. So it's
well, that's them covering up because there's an awakening happening. African is starting to wake up. So you're not the only one, Kate. There's going to be a little girl in Africa starting to wake up and say, hey, this thing don't make no sense. What's the truth? So they're trying to stop the awakening from you getting right knowledge so you can connect the dots. He said, oh, the Indian worships a bull, worships a cow. That cow is also Jesus. So that's where it comes from. That cow you say they worship is also the Jesus you worship. They put it together to make Apis the bull and Osiris becomes Serapis, and Serapis becomes Jesus, the Christ. But the bull is Apis. So let's before we leave, Kate, let's put this up. Images so you know I'm telling you the truth. Okay. Put up images of Apis the bull, APIS. Images of Apis the bull. This is what the Hindus worship, which is really Jesus, is where the Jesus comes from. But they put Osiris and Apis together to create Serapis.
Images.
Exactly, that's the new trick. Exactly, they're trying to keep because black Africans are waking up. They said the new trick is telling the Africans that Jesus is black. Exactly right, because they're waking up. They said it couldn't have been a white man because this is Africa. It couldn't have been nobody white. They said, okay, yeah, you're right. He's black. It's a black Jesus. As long as you still believe in Jesus. Because they know the Africans say, hey, this is Africa. It couldn't have been no white man. Here you go. Apis the bull. Is that it? Images. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Says Apis. So there you go. Apis. That's what the Hindus worship, Katie. So that's the same thing becomes your Jesus Christ.
Weird.
So Caleb, they worship the bull, they worship a cow. It's the same thing you worship, Katie. You just don't know where it came from.
Anyway, family, we are coming to the end of our
Wipe
show
it up.
today.
Yeah, much
Yeah, and
love.
Big Cheese is saying the new trick they are doing. Katie is telling you that Jesus is black. That's to trick into you believing in this lie. Yeah, and yeah, that is the trick. Yeah, because I've seen the black bull, and yeah, it's they are just using it to confuse the Hindus, and that's why Hindus believe in that. But anyway, family, thank you for the knowledge. At least today I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and yeah, at least I'm
And
getting to learn so many things, and I feel good that I have people around me who can teach about all these things. And Katie, before you leave, is General Mosquito blushing right now? How would I tell that? And I can't see him.
you can't see him. He's blushing over your beauty, Katie. He sees how beautiful you are. He's blushing over your beauty.
Probably. Okay, family. Thank you for joining me on today's show. Thank you, General Mosquito. Thank you, Sister Michelle. Thank you, Big Cheese. Thank you, Robert Williams, and to all the silent listeners. Thank you very much for
Your,
tuning in. And
your videos are getting better, Katie. I think you're getting 100 views a video now. So
mhm.
people are looking at you. So much love, family. Join them later on the Rhythm Scoop Show. Don't be
Yeah,
afraid to call in. Big Cheese needs to call in on the Rhythm Scoop Show. I think Big Cheese should call in and fool you guys. Pretending somebody. Because
yeah.
he called in Saturday night and fooled me. He should call you guys and pretend he's somebody on the Rhythm Scoop Show. Now
Okay,
that would be hilarious. That would
mhm.
be funny. If he called in and pretend he's like a white guy. This is a white man. How are you guys doing? Okay.
Big Cheese, make sure you join us on Reading Scoop Shop and make sure you call us, and we
I hope
shall
he
be
does call. I wish he would call. It's a free call. Call the WhatsApp number. Katie, give him the number. Put the number inside the chat room for Big Cheese. I forget the number.
okay.
Plus two
Okay,
five four something.
is plus 254 754 402 730
That's,
plus 254 754
can't,
402
can't you type it in there for us, Katie?
Okay, sure. Let me type it.
Somebody throws you a number. You know nobody can't. They can't remember no number. Somebody throwing plus 289 1085 732. What? Oh, what? What is that?
Mhm.
And remember, tomorrow you guys are not coming in. You're going to get your passports tomorrow
Okay.
for Tanzania.
Uh,
So you guys will be in the passport office tomorrow.
yeah.
You and Joby will be in the passport office.
Nice.
And you will say, "Do you know Apis the bull is Jesus?" Shut up, girl. Shut up. We know none of you saying shut up. Shut up. You think because you're cute you can tell us about the bull? Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah,
Thanks,
there's
Kate.
the number.
There's
Please
the
make
number.
sure you call.
There's the number, family. Much love. There's the number right there, Big Cheese. Write it down. Take it down. Don't be afraid to call. Don't be afraid to call,
Yeah,
family.
make sure you call. And General Mosquito, how bad is your memory that you can't even
You don't
recall?
even remember my own number. Me too sometimes. General Mosquito, that is so true. I don't even remember my own damn number. That is true. What did you say, Katie?
But your numbers are so many to put in your head.
So is yours. So that's a lot of numbers right there. That's right. Look.
I was at just 10 with, yeah,
Nah.
10.
I don't remember my
But
number
now
most of the time. Two Gila mosquito.
When you use the code, they are many.
Yeah, yours are many too.
Okay, family Koheri, and make sure you join us on the next show. And please do make that call and
Call.
feel free to interact
And
with
that
us.
is, feel free to act with Katie. And I am, you right, I don't remember my own number. People ask me, what's your telephone? I'm like, damn, what is it? What is my telephone number? Because people call you. You don't know your number. People call you. I don't like, what the hell is my damn number? So,
Thank you, family Koheri, Masangine.
look at Katie, got her nails done and everything, looking all fly. Katie's a fly girl. Much love, family.
Thank you.
Nimekuwa slept on. Camp was a visiting day. I don't even write bars no more. Wakiandika ma essay nafanya dissertation. So if you want more, then bloody fucking it's on. Na kama na C4, Kalashnikov, come let's take a call. You cannot compete, maricon. I am the Ayatollah, the vowel and consonant controller, the tempting explorer, the kana kona kora kora na kora kona kana kora of these raps and nothing now. I hope and praying hear me loud and clear. Na speak so much fire utadhani ni pasta na toa na mashetani. Na kwa hayo matata